Maybe.
Hold it right to your mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. But living with mom and dad was very fun and very interesting to watch. There's a lot of moments when I went, aww, because my dad took very, very great care of my mom.
Like what? What did you do?
Well, at restaurants, he would open the door for her. You know, when we were hopping out of the car, he would be there to open the door for her and help her get down. He would always be by her side. He would always ask her if she needs anything. And by the way, I was wondering if you wanted some thieves lozenges.
Oh, thank you. You are so sweet. Just like Daddy. Jacob, what do you remember?
Well, there's a few meanings of chivalry to me from Dad. I guess his way of explaining chivalry to some of you in his funny persona, and I think many of you have heard this, but do any of you remember why my dad loved jousting in particular? It's because, you know, he'd say to those of you who asked, well, it's not every day I get paid to hit somebody with a really big stick. And that in its own way was very humble and chivalrous, yes. I don't speak English. Ye folk, ye people, that's how I speak. But there's one thing that I will always reflect on every single day from my father is, like what Joseph said, how humble and how much chivalry he carried with him. It didn't matter who he was with, who he was by, man, woman, whatever, he would always open the door. He'd always take care of others first before himself. And he really would do that. And I learned the best part about chivalry for me, and the best way that I learned it from my dad, and the best way that he taught me. And you know how that came to be? How that is?
Tell me.
Well, I have this beautiful, lovely girlfriend in the seats there. And if it weren't because of my dad's way of teaching me about chivalry, I would not have her. But, you know, chivalry from Joseph and I is one thing, but I know someone who can teach us a lot better about chivalry.
Well, who might
We're
that
missing
be?
chivalry in our world today. And one of the things that I have really enjoyed about the medieval era simply has been the chivalry that was taught and was practiced at that time, and the respect that people had for each other. And I watch it a lot now, how when people start using oils, they become more respectful. It increases their awareness. Haven't you noticed how using the oils increases your awareness? Your awareness of others around you, your awareness of other people's feelings. Because of needing to be courageous and being strong and being focused and anchored, I chose Valor as the base oil formula to start working with. Now, as I have taught in the past, never mix blends, because it's very easy to neutralize the effect of a blend by mixing another blend into it. So it's knowing, number one, if you're going to do it, I mean, you can create it for fragrance, but if you want to create it to get the action, then you've got to know the compound percentages and how to bring another blend into that without neutralizing the effect of 2 or 3 of the oils that are in the base blend. And so Valor was chosen. And then I looked to another product that I felt was, another oil blend that I felt was really critical to bring about that chivalry feeling and attitude, and that was gratitude. Because if we're not grateful for what we have, and we don't express that gratefulness and that gratitude to our Father in heaven, then it's not going to move us into a space of being humble. And I believe a knight, in order for a knight to truly be a chivalrous knight, he needs to be a humble person, and he needs to be grateful for what he has. And so I chose gratitude to blend in with that. And then I added a little of the balsam fir in addition to the gratitude blend that already has it. And then a knight needs to be joyful. He needs to be excited because he's a protector. He needs to to be a good image to children. And it's really, it's been an interesting journey for me, because I've learned so much in the short 2 months that I've been doing this and learning and practicing. And last week, going to the World Championships in London, Ontario, and seeing the response of the children, when we would come in and we would ride the arena and circle to take our positions to begin the joust, I would talk to the kids and I would lean out of the saddle and touch their hands as I rode around and just give attention to the children. And I never gave really any thought to it, because that was just what I do, I guess. But when the TV camera was going around the arena and they were interviewing the children, they asked several of the kids, who's your favorite knight? And there were 42 knights there. And several of the children said the Red Knight. And I didn't win the championship, but it really touched me. It really came home to what I've said before, that our children are looking for heroes. And they're looking for heroes that they can look up to. And it was like, that experience was really a confirmation of what I've been feeling and sensing, that our children need heroes. And so I really feel that we all need to be very conscious of how we are presenting ourselves. And I really hope the Chivalry blend brings that awareness more to the front and makes us more conscious of being and portraying that role of integrity and honesty and gentleness and chivalry. And the fragrance is so exotic that it is very, very, it's another one that Mary goes, with a little more passion. When you're out there working with your downline and the people in your organization, keep it in mind. Are you being respectful of them? Are you showing a chivalrous attitude towards other people? I mean, that's a word. How many use chivalry in your language or vocabulary today? It's almost totally forgotten, isn't it? So let's bring it back. And let's Young Living set the standard, okay? Let's be the example in the world of bringing this back.